Welcome to the Connecticut Coalition Against Domestic Violence's Lethality Assessment Program website. My name is Charlie Sampson, and in this module we're going to talk about data entry, adding data to the system. Once you're logged into the system, you can add the appropriate data on the data entry page. Click on the data entry link from the menu bar above and start entering your data. This is for state police troops that need to add data to the system. Once again, the first thing I'm going to do is log into the system. My user ID and password. And logged in. Once again, you'll notice your name right next to the welcome, which is a visual cue that you are logged in. I can then go and select data entry from the menu bar above. In this example, I've selected Troop I to be my troop. You'll notice when I first select Troop I, there are 3 towns that Troop I has resident troopers in: Beacon Falls, Bethany, and Prospect. These are mandatory towns that each troop must fill in, even if they're zeros, to complete the data entry for the month. One thing to remember with data entry is you have until the 10th of the following month to enter the prior month's data. So let's look at this system. We are now in the month of September, as the program defaults to the current month we're in, but I have until September 10th in order to enter all the numbers for the month of August. If I don't make that deadline, then I have to send off a note to my domestic violence agency and ask them to please update my numbers for August. One thing to remember with that is domestic violence agencies only have until the 15th of the current month to enter the prior month's numbers. So, in this example, we're going to be entering the numbers for August. I have to make sure that I select the appropriate month. There's another visual cue telling you what month and year you are entering your data for. So please make sure you select the appropriate month. I'm going to select August. The system tells me that no information was already entered for August yet, which is okay. So I'll just click OK. And I must go in as a Troop I representative and do at least Beacon Falls, Bethany, and Prospect. I'm going to show you how to enter the data just for these 3, and then we'll talk about this add other towns. So for Beacon Falls, I simply go to the right-hand side of the screen, click on Edit. I'm allowed to change high danger calls, non-high danger calls, did not answer, and spoke to worker. By clicking on it and highlighting the 0, I can change those numbers to correspond to how many lethality assessments I did in Beacon Falls. Simply clicking on the field or hitting the tab key, then highlighting the number that is in there, I fill out these numbers. I then go over here to the right, click Update, and I will get a message saying that my data for that town has been updated. Click on OK, and you can see that those numbers are now associated with Beacon Falls. You can also see that the highlight, Bethany here, is highlighted in blue. Beacon Falls is now highlighted in white, meaning that data has been entered for this town for the month of August. So I still have to do Bethany and Prospect. So once again, simply coming to the right, hitting Edit, going in and changing these numbers to the appropriate numbers for the month. Will automatically update the data for the number of lab screens that are done. That town once again was updated successfully. Prospect, once again, Edit. I come in and I change my numbers to the appropriate numbers for the month. And click on Update. And be given a message once again that my information was updated successfully. Now, if you noticed, I did not type anything into this lethality screens box. is automatically calculated based upon the numbers that are put into the system here. Another thing to remember is I can go back at any time within that time period that I gave you of the 10th of the following month to update these numbers. So when you do the data entry, you can either wait till the month of August is completely done and on September 1st enter all your numbers, or if you're in the month of August, you can go in and you can update these numbers as the lethality assessment screens become available. I can go back at any time and edit any of these numbers that I put in here because I just received yet another screen. And clicking on update will automatically get you your new number. Now for the state police troops, you also cover other towns and may end up doing a lethality assessment screen in another town. So in order to access those other towns, you must select this Add Other Town box. You'll notice that all the areas in Troop I have now come up. All the towns that Troop I covers during its normal patrol. Several of these with zeros means that no data was entered, and you can see our numbers that we entered previously for the towns that you have resident troopers in. To find other towns in the list, simply come down to your paging system, lower left hand side of the screen, and click through till you find the town that you need to update. I can go in at any time and say, for some reason we got a call on the highway in New Haven. We handled it there and we had to do a lethality assessment update. I can click edit and I can put the numbers in once again for the screens that I had to do outside of my resident trooper areas of calls that we handled. Simply click update and those numbers will be saved for that town. A good thing to remember too is when entering information into these small boxes, please only type numbers. Make sure that the 0 that's in there, you highlight it and change it to only a number. Any other characters other than numbers will cause an error on the screen. The system will tell you that an error has occurred and you'll have to log yourself back in. Once you are completed with this, you can simply log out. Other than that, your numbers have been saved into the system automatically. Removing other towns will make the system go back to your default towns where you do have resident troopers. And your numbers have been entered for the month. Thank you.